I think it's fair to say that this year's Rutgers basketball team has been pretty disappointing so far. Let's talk about why. Obviously, the big storyline for Rutgers entering the season was landing two of the top three recruits in the 2024 class, Dylan Harper, Ace Bailey, giving Rutgers an injection of talent that far surpassed anything they had had in program history. The two-star freshmen are definitely producing. Dylan Harper's averaging 25-4, and Ace Bailey's averaging 19-7, but Rutgers is 9-8 and 2-4 in Big Ten play, so what gives? You could certainly make the case that nobody on this Rutgers team has really supplemented the production of Harper and Bailey in any meaningful way, and while I'd agree that that is an issue, I think the real root of the problem goes a little bit deeper than that. When you look at Rutgers basketball the last couple seasons, the Scarlet Knights had a clear identity. They were a slow-it-down, grind-it-out, hard-nosed defensive team who leveraged that identity into staying competitive in the Big Ten despite the fact that they didn't have upper-end talent. But now that two super talented basketball players in Dylan Harper and Ace Bailey have entered the picture, I think we're really seeing Rutgers move away from that identity they had the past couple years. For reference, Rutgers finished with the number 5 defense in the country last season, the number 6 defense the year before that, but this year KenPom has them as the number 88 defense in the country. There is a little bit of extra context to this. Cliff Amore transferred to Alabama ahead of this season, and he was Rutgers' defensive anchor the last couple years. I think Steve Pikiell felt a little bit of pressure with these guys coming in. Like, it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. These are fantastic offensive players. We have to maximize their offensive skill set. We can't average 64 points a game this year. And I think in making that work, he caused an identity shift with this Rutgers program, and a lot of the struggles we've seen thus far have been a result of that identity shift. This isn't the slow-it-down, grind-it-out, hard-nosed Rutgers program we've seen the last couple years. Not that that's inherently a bad thing, but it's been an adjustment. Before, Rutgers was trying to stay competitive through their defensive identity. This year, they're trying to stay competitive through the individual brilliance of their two-star freshmen. Obviously, these two guys are good enough to give you a fighting chance in any game you go into, but again, it's an adjustment, it's a different style, and I think it's a little tougher to stick the landing with this sort of thing when nobody else is really giving you a whole lot of production outside of Dylan Harper and Ace Bailey.